There's a quiet secret that wealthy, disciplined, purpose-driven people follow, one they rarely talk about openly. It's not about fancy cars, overnight success, or waking up at 4 a.m. just to brag about it. No, it's something far more powerful, something subtle, something that shapes their entire day before the world even knows they're awake. It's the morning routine that millionaires don't talk about. Because to them, it's not a trend. It's a philosophy. Jim Rohn used to say, either you run the day or the day runs you. And the truth is, millionaires choose every single morning to run the day. So let's explore the simple, grounded, repeatable habits that shape remarkable success. Begin with quiet ownership of the day. Millionaires don't start their mornings by reacting. They start by owning the day. Before the noise, before the emails, before the world makes its demands, they create space to think. Sometimes it's 5 minutes of silence. Sometimes it's a walk. Sometimes it's sitting with a cup of coffee, reflecting on the day ahead. Imagine a ship captain beginning his voyage. Would he launch into the open sea without checking the compass? No, he would align himself. You need that same alignment. Ask yourself, how often do you start your day on purpose instead of out of habit? Just a few minutes of intentional quiet sets the tone for discipline, clarity, and confidence. Feed the mind before the world feeds you noise. Jim Rohn believed strongly in the power of personal development. He'd often say, the major value in life is not what you get. The major value in life is what you become. Millionaires know that what they become is shaped by what they feed their mind, especially in the morning. A few pages of a good book, a motivational thought, a journal entry, something that adds value instead of draining it. It's like a gardener preparing soil before planting seeds. If the soil is dry, neglected, and hardened, nothing grows. But if you nourish it early, the whole day flourishes. So ask yourself, what are you feeding your mind before the world distracts you? If this message is resonating with you so far, take a moment to subscribe and comment. I'm taking action. It helps this message reach others who are ready to grow. Set one clear intention for the day. Millionaires don't write chaotic to-do lists that overwhelm them. They choose one priority, the task that moves their life or business forward. Not 10, not 5, just one. This single focus acts like a magnifying glass. When the sun's energy is scattered, it warms things, but when it's focused, it burns through anything. Think of the last time you tried to do too much, how you ended the day exhausted, but not productive. Clarity eliminates that frustration. So ask yourself each morning, what is the one thing that matters most today? That intention becomes your anchor, no matter how chaotic the day becomes. Because once you've grounded your morning with calm ownership, fed your mind something meaningful, and chosen your one key intention, the next phase is about building momentum. Millionaires don't simply hope for a productive day. They create one through a series of small but powerful actions. Move the body to wake up the mind. Millionaires understand a simple truth. A tired body creates a tired mind. A sluggish body creates sluggish decisions. You don't need a 60-minute workout or a perfect gym routine. You just need movement. A stretch, a short walk, a few minutes of light exercise. Anything that gets your blood flowing. It's like warming up an engine on a cold morning. If you force the car to go from 0 to full speed instantly, things break down. But if you warm it up gradually, it performs at its best. And here's the real benefit. Movement generates energy. Energy fuels clarity. Clarity fuels action. Ask yourself, are you starting your day energized or exhausted? A few minutes of movement can change the entire direction of your morning. Review your goals, not to pressure yourself, but to remind yourself. Jim Rohn often said, goals give your life direction. Millionaires know that goals aren't just for New Year's resolutions. They're a daily reminder of what matters. Each morning, They glance at their goals, not with stress, not with panic, but with intention. It's like setting coordinates on a GPS. If you don't know where you're going, even the best effort leads to wandering. Your goals whisper to you, this is why your habits matter. This is why discipline is worth it. This is where you're headed. You don't need to rewrite them every day. Just revisit them. Reconnect with them. Let them guide your mind back to the bigger picture. Do one small action that builds momentum. Millionaires don't wait for motivation. They create momentum. They start with one small action that's easy, quick, and meaningful. Maybe it's making the bed. Maybe it's sending an important message. Maybe it's eliminating a small task that's been lingering. It's the same idea as pushing a heavy flywheel. The first push takes effort. The second is easier. The third starts a rhythm. And eventually, the wheel spins with power. Your morning momentum works exactly like that. Start small, start simple, start moving, and the rest of the day becomes easier. And now that momentum is on your side, we move into the final and most transformative part of the routine. Because morning habits aren't just about productivity, they're about identity. They are about becoming the kind of person who commands their day instead of surrendering it. And millionaire habits are identity habits. Let's bring it all together. Protect your mind from morning distractions. Once you've grounded yourself, fed your mind, and built momentum, you face the biggest morning challenge of all: distractions. Millionaires know this truth well. Distraction is the enemy of direction. Checking messages, reacting to notifications, scrolling through other people's lives. These things drain your mental energy before you've even used it on your own goals. It's like opening your front door first thing in the morning and inviting the whole world to walk in, shout opinions, drop problems, and scatter their thoughts across your living room. Why start your day in someone else's chaos? Protect your first hour. Think of it as sacred time, a time for your mind, your goals, your priorities. Ask yourself, how different would my life feel if I protected my mornings from noise? That single shift can change everything. Practice gratitude, the attitude that grounds wealth. Jim Rohn often said, learn to be thankful for what you already have while you pursue all that you want. Gratitude is quiet power. It centers you. It humbles you. It prepares your mind for abundance instead of scarcity. Millionaires don't practice gratitude because life is perfect. They practice it because gratitude sharpens perspective. Just take 30 seconds. List 3 things you're grateful for: your health, your opportunities, even the chance to start again today. It's like cleaning the lens of a camera. If the lens is dirty, every image is distorted. But when the lens is clear, the world becomes focused and bright. A grateful mind sees opportunity. A frustrated mind sees obstacles. Which one do you want guiding your day? Visualize yourself living with purpose and discipline. Visualization isn't wishful thinking, it's mental rehearsal. Every successful person uses it, whether they admit it or not. Imagine the day going right. Imagine yourself acting with confidence, self-control, clarity. Imagine tasks completed, distractions resisted, goals advanced. Athletes visualize winning long before they step onto the field. Pilots visualize the entire flight before leaving the ground. And millionaires visualize the mindset and behaviors that create success. Why? Because your brain performs better when it has already seen the outcome. Jim Rohn would say, you must design your own life, or you'll fall into someone else's plan. Visualization is life design. So ask yourself, what version of yourself are you rehearsing every morning? Align your identity with your habits. This is where the transformation happens. Morning routines aren't just mechanical tasks. They're identity statements. When you wake up early, you're telling yourself, I am someone who takes charge. When you nourish your mind, you're saying, I am someone who invests in myself. When you choose a priority, you're declaring, I am someone who works with intention. When you move your body, you whisper, I am someone who values energy and discipline. Your morning is shaping the story you tell yourself. And here's the truth. Success follows identity. People rise or fall to the level of the story they believe. So instead of asking, what should I do in the morning? Begin asking, who am I becoming with these habits? This is how millionaires think. They don't just do the routine, they become the routine. End your morning with one question that changes everything. Before you step into the noise of the world, ask yourself a simple but powerful question. What would the best version of me do today? Not the tired version, not the distracted version, not the overwhelmed version, but the best version, the one who honors discipline, the one who keeps promises to themselves, the one who uses time wisely, the one who is becoming wealthy not just in money but in character. This question resets your standards. It elevates your decisions. It reminds you of the path you've chosen. Millionaires don't rise by accident. They rise because each morning they choose to show up as their best selves, long before anyone sees them. The morning routine millionaires don't talk about isn't glamorous. It's not about waking up at a heroic hour or following a strict schedule. It's about owning the morning before the world owns you, feeding your mind instead of your distractions, moving your body, revisiting your goals, starting with momentum, practicing gratitude, protecting your attention, and becoming the person who is ready for success before the sun fully rises. These are the habits that quietly shape abundance. Because your morning is a mirror, it reflects who you are becoming. And if you shape the morning, you shape the day. If you shape the day, you shape the year. Shape enough years, and you shape your destiny. If you're ready to take ownership of your mornings and your life, drop a comment saying, I'm ready to grow. Make sure to subscribe for more Jim Rohn-style wisdom to fuel your discipline, mindset, and success. Your transformation begins tomorrow morning, or better yet, it begins right now.